Great seeing you. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. I understand that tonight's speech will emphasize addressing the public rather than promoting an agenda for Congress over the next year. Is that the right choice, or is it, you think, a missed opportunity?
Well, remember that it is a political year, so already the president needs to decide what is it he wants to get done in these next 12 months. I believe first and foremost, he has to reassure the American people that we are safe. And so I think national security, I believe what is going on internationally needs to be explained, confronted, and a real agenda of how we keep America and Americans safe. So he does need to talk to the American people. The second thing he needs to do is this economy. We just saw some numbers today. The price of oil is going down, but that isn't necessarily fueling as much the consumer spending that we generally see. So the economy is still struggling a bit, and I think he needs to talk to Americans about how he's really going to get his education and infrastructure agenda done. And of course, lastly, he cannot leave off the table this whole issue of gun violence. He's been talking about it, so I anticipate that he will talk about that. But I would add, as a congresswoman, I think because of the faith community, my own Pope Francis, for example, talking about climate change, talking about our environment, talking about leaving a good planet for our children and our grandchildren. I believe that these are the themes that he needs to talk about. He needs to speak to the American people. This is the only way that he is going to be able to move anything through the Congress in this last year.
Congressman, I want to play for you what Mitch McConnell said over the weekend about what he expects tonight. I want you to listen to this, if you would.
The president is going soon to talk about the future and try to paint a rosy picture where one does not exist. What we'd love to hear from the president is a real plan to defeat ISIL. Instead, he withdrew troops from Iraq, entered into a very bad nuclear deal with Iran. The whole Middle East is in terrible shape.
Congressman, you're the second highest ranking Democrat on the Armed Services Committee. Can you look at the Middle East today and say it's in a better condition or shape than it was last year?
I think it continues to be muddy. I believe that there are some major structural problems that this president has had, that our State Department has had, that the Bush administration had. We were never really able to secure a future for Iraq because the hard decisions were never put to the table by the politicians of Iraq, for example. And so what we have is what has been festering for a while. This president didn't create that. He inherited that. Let us not forget, 8 years ago, we were in terrible shape economically. The world was a very difficult place, and he inherited this Iraq situation. Have we been able to get it back together? No, because the main people we need to do that are allies in the Middle East, and the Iraqi politicians themselves have not been willing to hit the hard issues that need to be done. And so we can only ask them to, we can only be at the table to, but they themselves must get there.
There is no doubt we did go into Iraq. We also subsequently went into Libya as well. Congressman, I want your thoughts on the raids and the deportations that we've been seeing since, well, the end of the last year and the beginning of this year, where we have some of the folks that crossed into the United States without documents in August or so of 2014. Would you like the president to address that?
Well, I believe if we talk about national security, if he talks to the fact that we have this whole issue of comprehensive immigration reform. Look, comprehensive immigration reform is the moral imperative of this nation. It is the issue that dogs us each and every day. This president must help this Congress find a comprehensive immigration reform. And we cannot get past what is happening at our borders. We cannot get past our homeland security. and these foreign fighters and visa waiver people from Europe and others coming to our country. It's a matter of homeland security. It is a matter of decency, of traditional family values, and it's also a matter of our economy. So immigration reform is the moral imperative, and this president, I believe, will speak to it.